Hello and welcome to PowerBITrek tutorial for DAX. In this video, we will learn about logical DAX functions in Power BI. We will see how logical functions can be used in Power BI to evaluate a certain conditions. So first, we will learn basic if function and nested if function. We will see how these functions are used to create any measure or columns based on the logical conditions, okay, with a practical example. So let's see what is a if function. So in Power BI, if function is used to evaluate a condition and return one value if the condition is true and another value if that condition is false. And nested if function is simply placing an if function inside another if function to evaluate multiple conditions. So let's see how these functions we can use, okay, with the practical examples in Power BI. So as you can see, I have opened one blank Power BI report and I have loaded the data that is order data here. Okay, let me expand this or else I can show you the table view. And this data set contains the order details, okay, and which has like customer name, segment, city, state, country, and so on. Also, we have like product, which product they have ordered, okay, product name, the order date, the ship date, and the number of quantities they have ordered, okay, and the shipping cost. So let's say you have given this data set and you have been asked to classify some customers, okay, whether they are eligible for discount based on the number of quantities ordered, okay, and you want to create a new column assigning the value whether it is eligible for discount or not based on the number of quantities ordered. This can be achieved using if function. Okay, we can use one logical condition here with the if function. Whether the number of quantities is greater than 4, then this customer is eligible for discount, or if it is less than 4, this customer is not eligible for discount. So let's create one column here with the if function. Okay, so I will go here. You see this option, new column. I just click here and we can name this as discount underscore eligible. So our condition is that if the order quantity is more than 5, more than 4, sorry, then this customer is eligible for discount, or else it is not eligible. So I will use if function. Okay, and if you see if function takes like three parameters, that is logical test, what logical test we have, okay, and results if the condition is true, or else if the condition is false, it will return what. Okay, so if you see here, checks whether a condition is met and returns one value if true and another value if it's false. So our condition is that if the order quantity is more than 4, then the customer is eligible for discount, certain discount. Okay. So I will pass this, I will create a logical test here that is with the order quantity. So I will type as quantity here. Okay. If you see order quantity field and greater than 4. Okay, and I will assign the result if the condition is met. Okay, if the order quantity is more than 4, then we will return as yes, means which means that he is eligible for discount. I will use in double quotes and comma. uh, Suppose if the condition is false, like if it is not meeting the condition, which is like order quantity is not greater than 4, then we say the customer is not eligible for discount. So I'll use it in double quote no, and I'll close this process and so if you see, we have created a new column and classified some customers based on the order quantities, whether they are eligible for discount or not. And if you see order quantity here, it is 5, and we say this customer is eligible for discount. And if you see the order quantity is less than 4 or equal to 4, okay, those customers are not eligible for discount. So this is how you can use the if function to classify anything here, okay, using the if function. So I hope you understood how if function can be used, okay, in Power BI. So let's see. We will try to see how nested if function is used in Power BI. And let's say there is another condition. Okay, you want to classify based on the order date and the ship date. Okay, you want to classify whether this order is high priority or low priority or medium priority. Okay, based on this, you want to assign some labels to each order. Okay, based on the number of dates between order date and the ship date. For example, like see if you see the first row, the order date and the ship date. Okay, yeah, the order date is 1st of January and ship date is 6th of January. So the number of days between these two is 5 days. Okay, and based on this, we can assign whether it is a low priority order or high priority order, or it's a medium priority order. So we will create one condition here that if the number of days for shipment is greater than 6, okay, we will see it as a low priority. And if the number of days for shipment is greater than 2 and less than 6, then we can say this order has medium priority. And for example, if the number of days for shipment is equal to 2 or less than 2, then we can say this order is high priority. Okay, we can assign these labels for each order. So let's create. Before that, we need to calculate the days difference between these two dates, that is order date and the ship date. So for that, we have another DAX function, that is date difference function. In my previous video also, I have explained what is a date difference function. Okay, you can go back to this playlist and check the date difference function in detail. So let's see how let's calculate the number of days difference. Okay, the days difference between this order date and ship date. So for that, I will create a new column here, and we can mention this as a day difference. Okay, and I will use the different diff date diff function here. Okay, so date diff function takes three parameters, that is date 1, date 2, and the interval. Okay, so date 1 function is our order date, which is here. I will put this as order date and is the date. Okay, comma. So our next date is ship date. Okay, so I will use the ship date and comma. So once you apply the comma here, you see the interval. Actually, you have options, multiple options here, that is day, hour, minute, month, quarter, second, week, year. Based on that, you can see the difference between these two dates. If you want to get number of days difference, you can select day. If you want a number of weeks between two dates, you can select week here. Okay, and so on, depending upon your condition. Okay, and you need, you can select. So in our case, we want to see the day difference, so I will select day here and close this. Okay, and I'll hit enter. So you can see here we have created date difference column. Okay, which is a difference between these two dates, that is order date and the ship date. And if you see here, 1st and 6th January, so the days difference is 5 days, and we get the value 5 here. So we are calculating it correctly. Okay, and based on these values, we can assign whether this order has priority or medium priority or low priority. Okay, so for that, I will use the nested if function with the multiple conditions. So I'll create a new column here again, and I will name this as order priority. We have to use nested if functions here, okay, with three conditions. So I will use if function, and so we have to give the logical test here. So for that, we're going to use the days difference column here to apply the logical test. Okay, so I will use day difference column which we have created, and let's say if the number of days difference is greater than 6, then we say this uh, order has low priority. So I will assign value as low here. Okay, and in this we can use another if function. Okay, I will add if function here with the other another logical test. So again, I will use day difference column. I will pass the day difference column here. So so we have applied low condition. So we want to see a medium and high. So let's say number of dates difference if it is greater than 2 or less than 6. So you don't have to apply that condition here. This function will automatically consider that it is actually between 2 and 6. So for this, we can assign as medium priority. Okay, if it is greater than 2 or less than 6. So I will assign this as a medium. And third condition we have, that is day difference. If the number of days for shipment is less than or equal to 2, then this order has a high priority. So I will use this less than symbol with equal sign and 2, and I will assign this as high priority. So I close all the open parentheses here. Okay, and if I hit enter, and now you can see we have classified or we have assigned label whether this order has a low priority or medium or high priority. If you see based on our conditions, logical conditions we applied here, that is greater than 6, less than greater than 2 or less than 6, and less than 2 or equal to 2, high. So you see here, like the first order has 5 days difference between order date and ship date, and this is assigned as medium. And if you see the second order, the 1st January and 8th January, this has the number of days difference is 7, which is assigned as low. And if you see, this order has like a 0 day shipment, like number of days difference, that is order is 3rd of January and the ship date is 3rd of January. So the days difference is 0, and which is actually assigned as high priority order. Based on this, we have assigned all the orders, okay, whether it is medium or high or low. So I hope you understood how these if and nested if function can be used, okay, to create any calculated columns or measures. Okay, you can create measures using if function as well. I have just demonstrated how we can create the columns, okay, using if function. So if you like the video, please subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, okay, and share with your friends and family. Thank you.